Hello and welcome everyone. It is Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. This video is in regards to one of my subscribers, Daz the Key Chaser. He just hit 100 subscribers recently, and he's got a contest going for his 100 subs. So I've got a link below. You can check out his channel, and if you want to enter his contest, enter him up and sub him up. And I'd like to try and help out other YouTubers if I can. I give a lot of shout outs. I don't enter a lot of these contests just because I don't have the time, but I had some time today, so I'm going to enter it. But he's asking for 5 examples from Marvel and 5 from DC, so 10 in total, where there's a first appearance in comics that has shown up in live action, so TV or movies. So these are going to be my 5 examples from each, and I'm going to start with DC. First up, I've got Vengeance of Bane. That's a great comic, and that is the first appearance and origin of Bane. And I really wish when they did the movie that they had used the character, or they had made the character look a lot more like this guy, a lot more badass. I didn't like the way the character looked in the movie, but that's a good book. So that's the first appearance of Bane. And next up, I've got Firestorm number 3, which is the first appearance of Killer Frost. And she's shown up in a number of different shows: Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. So that's another good one. That's from 70. I think it's 40 years old already. God Lord, I'm getting old. I remember buying that. Next up, I got Preacher number 1. And that is the first appearance of the Preacher, Jesse Custer, Tulip O'Hare, Cassidy, and Saint of Killers. And they're all 4 of those are in the show, so that's a good one to get if you can get it. Prices come down a bit on that one too. When the show first came out, it was really hot. It's cooled off a bit. Next one up is Swamp Thing number 1. And before you all get into panic, House of Secrets 92 technically was the first appearance of Swamp Thing. But that character was Alex Olson, who became a swamp creature. And then Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson recreated the character for this, which came out about a year later in 72. And this one is, so it's the first appearance and origin of the Swamp Thing, but that's Alec Holland, who becomes Swamp Thing. And the movie that came out in the early 80s was based off of Alec Holland, this one here, this character. Becoming Swamp Thing, so that's why I've got this one in here. So that's Swamp Thing number 1. And last one from DC. This is one that Daz showed in his video. It's New Gods number 7. That's the first appearance of Steppenwolf, as we all know. It's a really good comic to get, and he was in the most recent Justice League movie. So that's my 5 from DC. Get into my Marvel books. Some of these you've seen in some of my videos. I've got Conan the Barbarian number 1. That's first appearance of Conan in the comics. And he, obviously, we know that Schwarzenegger did all the Conan movies back in the 80s. And surprisingly for the time, they weren't bad movies. You watch them now, they're pretty shitty, but that's the way it goes. Next up, I got Giant Size X-Men number 1. That is, I'm just going to turn my camera down just a bit here. Looks like I'm missing the bottom part of that. Just sort that out. That's the first appearance of the new X-Men team: Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Thunderbird. First appearance of all them. And second full appearance of Wolverine. And they've all pretty much, I think they've all appeared. I don't know if Thunderbird has appeared in live action, but Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Storm have for sure. So that is a great book, as you all know. Next up, I got Marvel Spotlight number 5. That is the first appearance and origin of Ghost Rider. That's Johnny Blaze, and Nicolas Cage did all those crappy Ghost Rider movies back a few years back. I really hope they redo that character in a movie. So I've shown this one in one of my videos as well. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 14. That is the first appearance of the Green Goblin. And he was in the first Spider-Man movie from 2002, if I remember right, with Tobey Maguire. Willem Dafoe played him. And last up, from Marvel, I just showed this one recently. This is Fantastic Four number 48. That's the first appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer. And they both showed up in the Fantastic Four movies, which were absolutely terrible. And it's only a matter of time before these characters get done properly in the Marvel Universe. So, yep, that is a good one. So that is it for my 5 examples from Marvel and DC, first appearances that showed up in live action. And I'm going to pause real quick and reposition my camera to show you what I got coming here. So hold on one second. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I just had to reposition the camera there because this thing is massive. Growing up, I was a huge Space 1999 fan, and one of my really good friends that when I was growing up, he had family that were in television, and he got this given to him, and I would go over to his house all the time, and I loved Space 1999, so we'd be looking through this thing. It's a massive promo book that was given to TV shows. I just want to show you how big this thing is. It's 19 inches square. It's this big, huge, glossy promo book that was given to TV studios. The front cover and the back cover both fold out, so it's like a double fold out. So it becomes massive. And one of them shows Moonbase Alpha, and then the other one shows a bunch of images from the show. And throughout the book, there's all these big, huge, glossy pages showing the actors and the sets and a bunch of images from the show. And because I was a huge fan, and he knew it, one year he gave it to me for my birthday, and I've kept it ever since. And this came out, I believe, about a year prior to the show coming out, which the show aired from 75 to 77. And this was given to the TV studios to try and entice them to buy the program. So it was just really cool. I just wanted to show that because it's technically kind of a first appearance of Space 1999. I dropped that thing. I don't want to drop it. So, yeah. Anyways, that was. I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was kind of cool. I don't get to show that off to very many people. So, yeah, if you're a Space 1999 fan, that's kind of cool. You don't see a lot of these around. It's kind of in rough shape, but it's really cool. So that's it. In closing, like I say, Daz the Key Chaser. That's his 100 sub contest. That's my entry. There's a link below. Check it out. Sub them up if you can. And good luck to everybody that does enter. And Daz, thanks for putting on the contest. And I hope you like my entry. Talk to you later. Bye for now.